Yo guys, it's the Phantom Armor coming to you guys with a deck profile of one of my favorite decks. It's Gishki's. I think I have made a functioning list. So I played this against Jared on DN, and I found this build, and I tried to, well, it was already quite fixed up. I added some extra cards to it, and it worked. So, and then Jared started freaking out. He was like, holy shit, this deck actually works, because he knows I've been playing this deck forever. So, I guess I can make it competitive. This is a fairly competitive build, and doesn't involve tons of back row. So if you want to play this deck, it's pretty cheap, just hard to find everything now, because this card came out like in Hidden Arsenal 7, and so did half the rest of the deck, so. Anyways, I'll get right into the list. It's a pretty powerful deck. It involves a Trade-in engine and a field spell engine, so that's just what we use to get it faster. We're playing triple Yugioh. He's to pay 1,000 to draw, and if it's a Gishki, you spin a card. So, and it doesn't target, so he's a Gnister. Double Soul Ogre. We just play him because he's a level 8, and you can search him, so that's why we play him. This guy. He's just, because you can search him off Gateway to Chaos, and he's a trade-in target. If you draw him, like, it really does suck, but it's fine, because, you know, you still have trade him to get rid of him. Also, you could, since Yugioh is a level 10, you can sack this card off with a level 2 to special summon him. So that's really cool, too. And you also get counters on Gateway to Chaos. So, triple, I don't know. I was trying to figure out a cute nickname, but nothing came up. So, triple side bay. I got it. No need to worry, guys. Triple side bay to search the these guys. So main bays to search main bays. So he's super flexible. And then other side bay to search the ritual spell. And they're both can be used as full tribute. So 6 side bays. 3 second side bay. So this card searches bays, side bays. So yeah, I'm gonna stop saying bay now. This is getting annoying. And then the card that gets to side bay. So yeah. So this card, it's Lone Fire. You just banish it, special summon Abyss, and you can only use them once per turn, which is kind of a downside because we play 1-for-1 in this deck. So, but it's fine. So I was originally playing 3 of these guys, but essentially it was getting really cloggy. Like if you draw more than 1 normal summon, it's not good. So we tried to minimize the normal summons. And then the last 2 monsters are Double Beast. And this card is just to out cards, because what this guy does is he's a Wolf Bark, so he just summons a dude back. So mainly you just use this guy to like out anti-spell frag and stuff like that. Or like Nat Beast. So he's what most decks don't have, which is an out. So he's good if you draw him. That's why we're playing 2. You can just moray him back, and also he counts as a Gishki when he's drawn off of Yugioh, so that's the only reason we play him. I don't know. But he's mainly like an awkward level, so you can't even sack him off for Yugioh. He's literally just like, you send Shadow from your hand, search for the Aquamirror, and then you normal summon him, get the Shadow back, and then make a dude to out it. So, whatever the problem is. So, because this deck has a lot of cards that stop it, so we just want to out everything that we can. Triple Aquamirror. This card's broken, honestly. Okay, so on it, you can put this card back from your grave back into your deck to add one of your ritual the Gishki ritual dudes to add them back to hand. So he's really cool, and he makes like trade in like a massive plus. So this card is really broken. Double Savage, because when you draw this card and activate it, it's pretty savage. Not 3, because if you don't draw this card with a setup, it's really bad. And a lot of the times it can make your good hands worse. But I don't know. It's not like the type of card that would make your bad hands better and your good hands worse. Or, sorry, your bad hands worse and your good hands better. Because it does make your good hands better, but it doesn't always make your bad hands worse. Like, sometimes it makes your bad hands playable. This card's just iffy. Like, if your whole deck is practically a target except for the rituals, so you run a lot of targets. So, honestly, this card, it does come through quite a lot. Double Moray to get out the dead normal summons, and you can't play Upstart in this deck because you can't kill your opponent if you Upstart more than once. So, and even if you Upstart once, you can't kill your opponent effectively. So, we're playing 3 trade-ins to just accelerate the deck more. And this card is almost always live. Like, we have so many ways to get to this card. We got this card live because we got triple Abyss, double of the card that gets to Abyss, and then all those 5 can get you to Vision. That's already 8 cards. Now counting the solar goods themselves, that's 10, 11. And then plus the terraformings, which we play 3 of in the Gateway to Chaos, that's around 15 ways to get this card live. So that's insane. Then we're playing double mound for the field spells. Double mound, 1 chicken game, 1 Gateway to Chaos, and then triple terraforming. So I will explain every single one of these cards in depth. So double mound, we're playing 2 because it protects your level 10s, and that's extremely important against rogue decks and smaller decks like BA. So it can kill those decks that require their traps to play the game for them. So this deck definitely just destroys Magi Specters, which is really good. And then chicken game is just if you have another field spell, you probably don't want a second one, so that's why. And then Gateway to Chaos is like, this card you can only activate 1 per turn. If you don't know what this card does, it's essentially when you activate it, you search a BLS, ritual card, or a Gaia the Fierce Knight monster, which is practically irrelevant. And then when a card is sent from your hand or field to the graveyard, it gets a counter. So that means your Vision and Shadows, because they're technically sent from your hand to the graveyard, they count as discard, but they're still sent on this card's requirement. So that's why this card's cool. Honestly, like, we don't want to play 2, because yes, we want to draw this card, but if we draw multiples, it's really bad. With Mound, it's the same, but Mound is, like, too important not to play 2 of. Because if you lose 1 Mound, like, if you only play 1 Mound and you lose it, you're practically screwed. So you do need the second one. Where with Gateway to Chaos, if you lose it, like, this card's only for setup. Essentially, you just want to be able to draw one of these, get an extra card out of it, and then get to this card. So that's just all you want to do in this deck. Double Instant Fusion, because it's broken. Honestly, I wanted to cut this down to 1, and I still might be considering it. Because if you draw 1 and then you draw the other one some part in your combo, you lose. Or if you draw 2, like, it's just so bad. Like, a lot of the time you don't want to let your opponent see a turn 2 unless you can let them see a turn 2. So that's why this card is just really subpar. And then 1 for 1, because this gets us to the Beautentical Princess thingamajiggy. So that's why. And then Solemn Warning. I don't know if I honestly want to play this because it's kind of a slow card. Originally I was playing chicken game over it, but this is literally just if you go first, you just set this card and you just use it whenever you need to. Or in the middle of your combo, if you don't have game, you can just hit them for a lot of damage and then set this, and then if they pendulum summon or activate a Cosmo Dude, you just use this and you win. So, but already you pay a lot of life points in this deck with Yugioh. Because you summon this like multiple times per turn. I have went up to 7 times that I've summoned this in 1 turn. As well as instant fusions. You don't really have too much life to spare, so you have to use this card correctly. Like, I was playing this deck back when Judgment was legal, so you'd play Judgment and Warning. And one game I activated both and used Yugioh once, and I was already down to 1,000. So we just had to push through my Yugioh and he won. So, I would definitely recommend, like, you have to play this deck wisely. Doesn't take too much skill, of course, but you have to play it correctly. For the extra deck, we're playing double Norden. I managed to find room for 2, so that's why. Gotchi and then Herald of Pure Light. I know this isn't actually a Herald of Pure Light, but I had to find a use for this, and I don't have a Herald of Pure Light. So, yeah, because this card sucks. So we needed to find a use for it. But either way, like, Herald of Pure Light is so important, because you can Beast or Norden to get the second 2 out, and then you can add more cards, and then you can send your dead cards back into your deck. So if you draw that second Instant Fusion, you can just get out of your hand. It's not too much you go into your extra deck besides the rank 10s. It's still an option. Rhapsody, Dweller, Samurai, they're pretty cool. Dweller's just for OTKs, because you can make your dudes bigger. You don't make a lot of these. Diamond Dyer, you make this guy a lot just to hit background stuff. Castel, you make him a lot too. Anarch, he's subpar. Ragnazero, it's just there because you have extra space. Pearl, this card is better than Rebellion because we normally just make this guy to out Majesty's Fiend, but this card also outs lose 1 turn, so that's why we play this guy. And then finally, Snow Dust Giant. I don't know, I found this card in a tin and I just decided to put it in, so its effect is once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, reveal any number of waters in your hand, and then place how many ice counters on a face-up card on the field, and then non-water monsters on the field lose 200 for each ice counter. So you just make this guy if you're against Cosmo and you just want to kill their whole board. So he's cool. Sky Palace Gardena, and then Super Dreadnought Dude. And you normally don't make a second rank 4 any time in 1 game, so Yeah, and if you're asking why you play this card, because your Zilgigas, if you hit with 2 direct, you only do 62. So you have to make this guy to deal 2,000 more, or 64, sorry. You have to put this guy on board to make 84. So that's normally how you OTK. And then Sky Palace Guardians, like in case they damage juggler you just hit like one of their scales and then you just leave. And then you just like, you normally have a backup play if you're not going like super ham. So that's all I have to say, I guess. And then moving on to the side deck, I guess. We're playing triple Wavering Eyes because we want to outshit. Double MST. These were originally supposed to be Twin Twisters, but now I think I don't actually want to play, oh god, Twin Twister in this deck because it never comes up. Like under very little positions does Twin Twister like actually, like you want it for you to like to discard a card. You do have a lot of dead cards in like your combo after you normal summon, so I might want to play it, but I don't know. I still have to get my Twin Twisters and then I'll see. But these 5 were very important, so they're really good. And then triple Royal Decree, because as you can see, we only play like a 1 trap, so you just want to use this card to kill your opponents. Because this card's really cool, but probably not that great for this format, so I'm just siding it. Double Goes and Mach, because Goes and Mach just kills Papa. So yeah, just kill Pepe. That's the goal of this card. It also kills BA. So yeah, but do be aware you cannot OTK through this card unless you summon triple Yugioh. So this is normally if you just go first, you just kind of set this card and hope you don't die. Like normally you just want to summon Xyolgigas, Mound, and then activate this card whenever you can, and then you're probably winning. So yeah, double Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because BA, like screw that deck. I honestly hate BA like with a passion. Double Grand Horn of Heaven. This card's cool. And then finally 1 trap stun for Pepe. In case they play the Ariadne build, you just activate this card and I don't know, man. This was originally the Solemn Warning, but then I didn't have anything else to put in. This might become a Legendary Ocean. Yeah, you're all like, what the hell? But that's cause when you go first, you normally don't have any plays, so I wanted to just be able to put my Zilgigas down to level 9, and then make Estenberg and loop cards out of their hand. Like, the max you can normally do is 2 cards, so I guess that's normally how I'm going to do it. Because, like, against Pepe, a lot of time when you go first, it doesn't matter whether or not you have Mound or not, unless you have Goes and Match or, like, another Floodgate, you normally can't beat them when they just make Ignister. Because that card literally just, like, destroys you, because it doesn't target. So they just choose your, they just spin your Zilgigas. And it's really stupid, because, you know, it doesn't count as targeting or destroying. So you just have to hope, but that's the reason I just want a Legendary Ocean in the side deck, so that I can make all my dudes level 9. I think it makes it 2 levels lower. Never mind, then I might not want that. Because if there's one that can make it 1 level lower, please tell me in the comment section below, because I need to know that. I need to know if I can just make all these level 9 and then just Estenberg with their hand. So, yeah, that's the plan, man. So, that's like only if you summon like triple, then you can loop 2 cards out of their hand. But normally you could just only loop 2. And if I make 8s, I'd probably just make like multiple fail grands and then try to win with that. So, but I don't know. Either way, thank you for watching. This deck destroys Cosmo because Cosmo sucks, honestly. Like, if they want to summon Dark Eclipser on me, please, I'd love to Solemn your Farm Girl or whatever. But either way, this deck is pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I love playing it. And yeah, I guess you'll see a Monarch deck soon because I have all the Monarch shit I need. But either way, thank you all for watching. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And this is the Phantom Armor signing out. See you all. Bye. Peace. I don't know, whatever. Shalom? I don't know what that means, man.